video, we are reacting to DDG's baby mama finally folded. We're going back to another video. Alright, last time I talked about DDG, I think it was about the Cinco beef and how they got over it. I think that was the last time, like 2-3 weeks ago. So now we're hearing some things about DDG, and you know, he's always in something. You know what I mean? I don't know how you can have the mental fortitude to just always be involved in a part of something. Maybe he just like staying relevant, but God, I couldn't do it. Please y'all for getting me to 1K. I really appreciate it. I hit 1K yesterday, and I'm about to be at 1.1K by the end of the day or tomorrow. So appreciate y'all for the love. See y'all. What am I about to say? I'm about to get into the outro. Let's get into this video.
She been comment me.
These haters owe DDG an apology. I wonder if they're gonna give it to him, because DDG just beat Halle Bailey. And some people are gonna say, oh, like, why? What happened? Well, earlier in the year, you guys remember that she took his kid, Halo, ran off, and she also had a bunch of weird reactions when he had him at Kai Cenat's Mafiathon 2 last year. And one of DDG's strong fans was posting stuff like this online that was getting a lot of engagement, a female fan of DDG's, saying, looks like DDG and Halle still cannot reach a parental agreement. This was in August. Halle Bailey's fighting for full and sole custody of Halo, where DDG would have no rights to Halo. DDG wants 50-50, time shared with both parents. Why strip a man from wanting to be a dad? Clearly, it shows that DDG was like, listen, I'll take 50-50. I'm not going to try to fight you to get full custody. And she's like, no, I'm going to get full custody. And you're not going to get to see him ever. And that tweet got a lot of positive engagement.
I be thinking that too. That shit crazy. Like, someone that want to be a dad, but then when he don't be a dad, you're pointing fingers. Like, he's not a dad, but when he want to be a dad, you're not letting him be a dad. Now, I don't side with a lot of people, but in this situation right here, I do think that DDG involved.
You also had people bringing up the family history of Halle Bailey's father. So, like, you go back to, this was around same time, August. So, by logic, once you take father out of their kid life, the grandfather usually steps in. Halle Bailey's father is Douglas Bailey. It can't be this Douglas, right? So Halo would be stuck with an abusive family who enables abuse.
Damn.
And they expect DDG to be okay with it. That's her father, Halle Bailey's father, catching a DV charge. And then another individual, and those tweets got a ton of engagement. And another individual would go on to talk about, oh, Halle Bailey was quick to bring up Dub's incident in her court document. The incident with Dub is when they were at DreamCon and somebody kept calling DDG doo-doo garbage, and Dub walked up to him and they got into a physical altercation after that. So she was trying to say, hey, DDG's very violent and dangerous. Look at the people around him, and look at this incident that just happened. That's proof of that. And then he says, but forgot to add her dad was beating the ish out of her mama. She really is her daddy's daughter.
Damn.
And this was very, very wild. So I think
that's probably why one of their eyes. That's probably why one of their eyes are like a little bit more farther up. Well, that's not how it works, is it?
Her dad was beating the ish out of her mama. She really is her daddy's daughter. And this was very, very wild. So I think at this point in time, a lot of the tide started to turn towards DDG's side, with a lot of women, which is what Halle Bailey was trying to win sympathy from, saying, why are you trying to keep a father that wants to be active and present in their kid's life away,
right,
when there are so many different situations where the dad doesn't even want to be involved and the mom wants some help, 50-50, whatever the case may be. And they felt like she was just trying to paint him as a villain. Well, now it's come out that she dropped the restraining order, and the restraining order was based on her claiming that he attacked her. And
that wasn't a real restraining order though, right? It was that like weird, like, okay, this is the quick one we can give you to stay away for, like, what was it, like I don't know, 2 months, 3 months or something like that, right? And then, like, if you're actually in danger, we're gonna put like a temporary hold. We don't know, we can't prove nothing, but we'll give you that just so that nothing can happen. And then we'll be looking to see if your actual restraining order is approved, right? It was that thing that got dropped, right? Because I don't think she ever really got the real restraining order, but everybody ran with the real, like, she got a restraining order. She's right.
Like, banged her head and broke her tooth, and now she's agreeing on custody. And it says here in this TMZ article, It appears the olive branch DDG extended to Halle Bailey earlier this month may be working because they both agreed to drop their DV order requests against one another. So the reason that DDG put up his DV order request was in response to hers. And he was actually damaged. He had more damage than she had. In a new stipulation filed by the parties and signed off on by the judge, the exes worked out temporary custody issues for their 1-year-old while agreeing to dismiss their respective DVRO, that's DV restraining order requests. They each reserve the right to resurrect the DV claims in the event of any future incident, but it's a start to show they're trying to move past their differences.
Yeah.
As for custody, they've worked out a temporary arrangement that gives DDG custody on Wednesdays and certain weekends. This doesn't really seem like 50-50, but hey, you know, it is what it is. The new plan is a huge leap for DDG and Halle, who went from gushing about their love before their little one was born to ripping each other apart in court filings. Oh, and part of the agreement states they can't publicly disparage each other anymore or post Halo on social media, which is another contentious point in their falling out.
So basically, they did all of that for no reason. They played all these games in front of our eyes for no reason, just for them to come around. I mean, I guess it's a good thing, but they play all these games just to come around and, you know, be cool, cordial with each other, and make these rules. They needed the law that black people hate. A lot of people hate. They need the law to say no more posting on social media. They couldn't just talk and say, hey, let's not post that because, you know, that always makes us, you know, way worse. They have to wait for the court to say it.
I think this is, and he talked about this on one of his tracks off the album Move, 17 More Years. I think this is a tough situation for DDG, and I think DDG's fans still won't be too happy about it because the kid was part of his content. It's part of his story. Like, DDG's family is part of his content. And like I said, he shared a lot of his life. Now, he doesn't have to share private details, but the kid's already been there on social media. And the fact that he can't be on there now means that whenever DDG is with the child, then he will be unable to work because DDG working is him being online. So I think maybe that's why DDG took less time than we expected. Because like, what, Wednesday? That's 3 days a week, right? That's about 50-50, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. I do think that what caused Halle Bailey to pull back is DDG agreeing not to disparage her on social media because she realized the pressure that mounted on top of her and she was not able to take. Even Rock Nation decided to devote more of their resources to having people chase around the world academics affiliates, going all the way to Australia with some private investigators and trying to get everyone in a deposition, including Aiden Ross. So I think they just said, like, hey, Halle Bailey, we would help you with this, like, PR campaign against DDG, but, you know, we're focused on, so we've got bigger fish to fry, or to attempt to fry. And we've got this rollout for this Megan Thee Stallion song that did nothing very fast. Like, she dropped that song, her fans talked about it, and the only time I heard their fans talk about it was saying they didn't like it for the first day.
She got the song?
Video and all that. With the rollout, with a relationship.
Let me see.
I wouldn't say it's a fake relationship. Now it's kind of, I don't think Klay Thompson would fake something for this long. But it definitely is a PR-based relationship, that's for certain. So for DDG, I think Halle she suffered, like, for example, like them bringing up the parents. And you know how insecure Halle Bailey was or is about her own appearance. If people are bringing up facts about her and her family members and following her every move and, she's with a guy here, this is what she's doing there, she's not armed for that. Halle Bailey does not have a rabid, psychotic, I wouldn't say psychotic, she does not have a rabid stan base that really want to see her win in the same way that DDG does. Like, she has people that are maybe sympathetic towards her, right? Like, maybe Shade Room, they're like, oh, really, I hope she gets her custody or something like that. Yeah. But they're not going to go out there and dig up every single clip of DDG to try to, make him look really bad, which is, it's difficult to do. Like, there's almost nothing with DDG, especially with other chicks, where he looks even remotely rude, violent.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not going to find that.
But unfortunately,
you can make him look bad, but not like that.
Unless anything changes, or unless they got not TMZ, definitely got it for sure.
What is he
fans
doing?
That love the Halo being a part of the content that DDG and his family
brought.
Bro,
he looked just like this dude out here that we be seeing a lot. Played high school basketball. against him. His name is Dom. He look exactly like Dom.
Looks like that's coming to an end. The sad part about this, though, and I don't wish for this to happen, but
He be
it
on
just feels like
Ball is Life.
this is bound to happen, is that this isn't going...
Or
this
next
is
chapter, the next chapter.
of a long, hard battle. Like, I think she is just going to continuously wield, like, oh, I'm going to put on a restraining order again if you don't behave in this way. And she's going to try to use that against him behind the scenes, because whatever happened during and after their relationship, mind you. So it wasn't that they broke up and they separated and things were like chill. Even after they broke up, she was trying to like use certain things against him and try to make him be with her. She was quite manipulative.
Yeah.
So if she was doing
that
after they broke up and was trying to keep them together, her and DDG that is, because she didn't want him hanging out with other chicks, especially because she felt like other chicks were, I guess, like more attractive than her. I don't know. Even though DDG chose her over all of the other chicks from his past.
But women not gonna see it like that, bro. Women definitely are not seeing it like that. They didn't see it as you picked me because what? Because I look better, right? You say yeah, and then moving forward, it's like, well, do you think they look better than me?
What?
What are you talking about? That's a conversation no man is trying to have. Like, that don't even add up.
But because she was doing that back then, she has not changed as a person. She is certainly the same exact person, and it's almost like DDG's now walking on eggshells in that something might just pop up all of a sudden, and then she says, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna take the kid now. So it's a tough situation for DDG. He really, really, really loves that kid, so I'm glad that he gets to spend time with him.
Yeah, man, that's good for DDG. I mean, he gets his kid. He gotta stop acting a fool on social media though, because we was on his side with this when it first started, and then after everything, we was like, DDG, you just fighting everybody, you beef with everybody. Maybe it's the stress. Maybe he was turned up because of everybody, like because he didn't have his personal family and stuff, like his group anymore. So he was trying to figure it out. But nigga done beef with Cinco, nigga making a group beef with I don't know, he just going through a lot, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Appreciate you guys for 1K. We going to 2 next. See you, I'm out.